All right, module 3.4, surface area of spheres. So good news with spheres, we have no lateral area to worry about. Surface area is 4 times pi times the radius squared. The only thing you're going to have to truly be careful of is if they give you the diameter instead of the radius. So we're going to just practice finding the surface area. If they give us the radius is 6, to find that surface area, I plug it into my formula, which says 4 times pi times 6 squared. So order of operations does kick in. And we actually have to square the 6 first, so S equals 4 pi times 36. Then you multiply the 4 times the 36, you get 144 pi. And let's see, if I called that inches, it'd be inches squared. Now, again, if they don't ask you to round, you would leave it in terms of pi. But if it asks you to round, by all means, multiply 144 times 3.14. and round it to the value they tell you. We're going to take the moment to look at just one word problem. A spherical water tank is 21.5 feet in diameter. The corrosion-resistant alloy skin of the tank is 1/8 inch thick. How much alloy is used to make the tank to the nearest cubic inch? So first things first, they gave us diameter. And we need the radius to use our formula. So that's the first thing we're going to do. The radius is half the diameter. So we're going to take half of 21.5. Plug it into your calculator, and you will get that that is 10.75 feet. That's the radius we're going to work with. Now, here's our second issue. The diameter is in feet. The radius is in feet, but the alloy is in inches. So we need to convert to inches because they asked the answer to be in inches. So asking yourself how many inches are in a foot? 12. So we're going to multiply this by 12 inches because that's the same as 1 foot. For those of you that like those factors, my feet would cancel out here, and I would have 12 times 10.75, which gives me a radius of 129 inches. So now that we have the radius, we can go to our formula and find our surface area. Our surface area is 4 times pi times the radius. So then we get 4 times the 129, and has to be squared. And from that, we're going to punch that into our calculator because it's going to be an awfully big number. And notice, they asked me to round to the nearest cubic inch. So we are going to multiply 4 times 3.14, which is pi, times 129 squared. You have to square your 129 first. When you do, we get an answer. And it's a really big number, 209,116.973 inches squared. Now, we're not quite done, so we're not going to round yet, because we have to consider that the alloy is 1/8 inch thick. So we got to multiply this times 1/8 for that alloy. And when we do and round it to the nearest inch, remember, we're finding the amount of alloy. So we're going beyond the surface area and we're going to volume, because the surface area times the thickness is going to give us the volume. And when we do, we get 26,140 inches cubed. This is the surface area times the thickness, rounded to the nearest cubic inch, and that's what we get as our final answer. Make sure you take good notes, take the time, write the word problem down, and highlight.